that. No. It was the same for me. No, it's not. I have no desires. I would have rather hung out with Mion because that's fun. And a lot less murdery. Sure. Besides that, Kei-chan, think about it for a moment. Didn't Oyashiro-sama's curse turn out a little strange this year? 2 people were murdered? Probably. It was already plenty strange, seeing as how Takano and Tomitake died like that. Given all that, what could possibly be stranger? I meant that they found 2 corpses. Remember what I said? Every other year, 1 person would die and 1 person would disappear. This year is the first time 2 people have been found dead. That may be true, but that's not a huge deal, is it? It is, Kei-chan. Think about it harder. Listen, if 2 people died because of Oyashiro-sama's curse, then in order to quell his anger, 2 people would need to be sacrificed. Fuck off, no. No, I ain't being fucking sacrificed for 3 people who drug me in there. And for Geichi's wet fucking noodle of a brain. Is that how it works? So what? Tomitake and Takano died, so now 2 people are gonna go missing this year? I don't understand why, but when I said that, I felt my spine freeze. Oh hey, we're 2 people! I don't think anyone's been confirmed missing yet. I think that those 2 people have yet to disappear. Shion, like me, was obviously getting the same feeling crawling down her back. 2 people have yet to disappear? Shion didn't answer. I couldn't say any more than that either. A chill crept through my clothes and tried to wrap it into a fist around my heart. Cold hands feeling about on my chest. Stuck groping me. Neither of us could say anything. Tomitake opened the lock and he died. Takano exposed the ritual storehouse and she died. 2 more people were to be sacrificed. It would be us. Then there would be no other... They would be... None other than the ones that entered with them. None other than us. No. This has got to be a joke. I wanted so much for her to pass this off as a joke even now. That, though, was such an incredibly difficult and selfish request. Takano and Tomitake had died in a common way like a car accident. I could tell myself it was a coincidence. Instead, he clawed out his own throat, and she burned to death, drowned in oil in the mountains. Die, bitch! Yes! It's all your damn fault! The 2 deaths were so out of the ordinary that I couldn't possibly dismiss it as mere coincidence. Oh, really, Kei-chan? It was as if, in exchange for sneaking into the ritual storehouse, there must be someone punishing us with some sort of cruel will working behind the scenes. Even so, I still didn't want to accept that terrifying truth. If I did, then I would have to acknowledge that a horrible crisis was growing near for Shion and I. That's why I argued against it. I argued knowing I was running away. In the first place, it's not even in the newspaper, is it? Such a monstrous incident would be all over the newspapers and television. Magazine writers would flood the village, too, thinking it'd make for an interesting story. Of course it's not getting reported by the media. That's how it was in the past, too. When the incidences occurred for the 3rd time in a year in a row, there was some third-rate magazine that had sniffed out the story and ran issues full of gossip columns about Hinamizawa. Fearing that the region would develop a negative stigma, they negotiated with the prefecture and the police. Since last year became a big conspiracy where no information about the incidences was allowed to be leaked to the media. I hear the elders and the top brass from the Sonozaki family put all the pressure they could on the police. And you mean their deaths are going to be dealt in total secrecy? That's how it is. Of course the police are investigating it. That's being performed in secret too, though, so I hear the investigation itself is very restricted in what it can and can't do. You could essentially say they're interfering with the police investigation. The story was unbelievable. People died and yet they don't publicize it and deal with everything in secret? If we break it down further, it means that no matter who dies on the night of Watanagashi, it won't go public. That's the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever heard. Kei-chan, before I said how the village could be the ones carrying out Oyashiro-sama's curse, that's what I meant. At some point a tradition was created here in Hinamezawa, where every year you're allowed to kill someone on the night of Watanagashi under the guise of it being Oyashiro-sama's curse. When someone dies on the night of Watanagashi, it turns out into the curse of Oyashiro-sama. The curse turns into the serial murder incidences. In order to avoid exacerbating the negative stigma surrounding Hinamezawa, those incidences are dealt with in secret. That's insane! Dead and missing people turn up every year. However bad the stigma gets, the police have to draw the line somewhere, don't they? You could say the incidences happening every year is mysterious, but the police can get the job done when they need to. After all, the incidences always get resolved individually. It doesn't end up being a string of incidences, you know? It just so happens that something unfortunate happens on the night of Watanagashi every year. That's all it turns out into. Good God, nice cover-up though. Most of the criminals responsible for the original dismemberment were arrested, except one. The last one managed to get away and stay away. But the events were totally exposed and elucidated, so it was, in essence, resolved. The Dane supporting couple who died in an accident on the second year, that was an accidental death, plain and simple. They made a lot of investigations into the possibility of having been a homicide, but they didn't turn up anything. It ended up being as an accident. It was resolved. On the third year, the priest fell ill and passed away. Then the wife killed herself. There were doctors present at the hospital at his deathbed, and they had trustworthy medical certificates. They even did an autopsy. Concluded that it wasn't a homicide. That was resolved too. Fourth year, the sister-in-law of the Dame supporting couple was murdered. The criminal was an abnormal man with a history of regular psychostimulant usage. Oh. PCP. He confessed that he thought Yoshiro-sama's curse was so interesting he wanted to try it out. The criminal died of an accident while in prison, so this incident was essentially resolved as well. That's right. None of the incidences had any relation to each other, and each was independently resolved. So then why doesn't an unfortunate coincidence occur every year on the night of Watanagashi? You can try and say it's a string of related incidences, but they're not related. Yet every year someone always dies and someone always disappears. The story Takano told me on the day before during the setup, now that the curse really had occurred this year, I couldn't just laugh it off. Then does that mean it'll come for us too? Just like how one person dies and one person disappears every year. Are you saying we'll be taken away with Tomitake and Takano in a race too? My lips at some point had become completely dry, and just saying that was difficult. Shion didn't respond. Her silence, however, was the clearest form of confirmation she could give me. Sure, we went somewhere we shouldn't have, but we were just looking, right? We didn't steal anything or take anything out, and we didn't tell anyone that we looked, right? I was already regretting having committed such a wrong. Even so, was it really so bad that Tomitake and Takano deserved such cruel deaths? She fucking deserved it. Fuck her. And Tomitake was too whipped for his own good anyways. So he deserved it essentially too. Besides, I didn't care about anything I saw in there at all. Takano was the only one getting so happy over it, wasn't she? Takano was the only one at fault. I don't have anything to do with this. I'm not interested. I'm not involved. I don't give a shit about what was in there. I knew saying so wouldn't solve anything. I could feel myself, my cold self, in the innermost depths of my heart, disgusted at my pointless howling. However, my emotions had broken through the dam, and I couldn't stop them anymore. I didn't have any interest in any of this from the start, damn it. All I wanted to do was watch Rika's performance. You were the one who pulled me away from that, weren't you, Shion? I don't give a rat's ass whether those two were trying to steal something or try to meet up secretly or whatever. That's right. You're the one who made me go in the first place, Shion. You were all, Kei-chan, you need to see what's inside. And you convinced me and then pulled me in. Why the hell did you do that? I didn't have anything to do with this. What will you do? What are you gonna do, damn it? How are you gonna take responsibility for this? Huh? Hey, are you listening? Wow. Wow. She fucking hung up on my ass. Without any warning, the phone cut off with the soft sound of a receiver being slammed down. Shion was just as terrified as I was. I just said some really self-centered things. Fuck her. You didn't say anything wrong. Honestly, you really didn't. My riled up emotions disappeared as if they'd never existed, and in their place surged waves of deep regret at having run my mouth so irresponsibly. Fuck her. I could try to call out Shion's name from beyond the disconnected phone, but it was too late. What have I done? Fuck her! I don't care. Shion was only trying to tell me as much as she could about this thing about to descend upon us. As for me, I could only whine like a child about it. I went to call her back, but then remembered she lived in Okinomiya. I didn't know her phone number. Since I declared to Mion that I hadn't seen Shion last night, I couldn't just call Mion and ask for Shion's phone number. I was too scared. I couldn't even call her back. I was stricken with hopeless regret. I returned the receiver to its stand, and I simply prayed that Shion would call me back again. Please, Shion. Calm down and call me again. Hey, look, she called again. Hello, this is Maibara. I swept up the receiver as though I wouldn't go through if I didn't grab it at that exact moment. Is this the Maibara residence? Excuse me for the late call. I'm Kimiyoshi. Is this the head of the household? It was the voice of a middle-aged man. All my hopes rushed out of me. No, it isn't. If you need Dad, I'll go call him. I went to put the receiver back down, but the man stopped me hurriedly. Oh, no. If he's busy, then it's fine. This may be a strange question, but is my old man paying you a visit? No, nobody's here at the moment. I see. Again, I'm apologizing for calling you so late at night. Goodbye. Clack. I don't know who that was. But what if Shion tried to call while I was talking to him? I thought, bubbling with egotistic anger. Why? Calm down, dude. It's just an old man. You talk for like a minute. She can get over her fucking self. Hey, wait. Get a break, Eiichi. These are the selfish emotions that made Shion mad at me, aren't they? The more I thought about it, though, the more I thought that Shion had given up hope in the short time since we had our conversation and didn't want to call anymore. Calm yourself, Keiichi Maibara. If Shion does call again, then first apologize in a calm voice. If you do that, then Shion should understand. Fuck her! However, no matter how long I waited, the phone didn't ring again that night. Fuck her, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't give two goddamn shits. Screw her. He didn't say anything wrong. Honestly. Oh, good God. Oh, more scrapbooks. Jesus, how many are there? Oh, more scrapbook times. Scrapbook fucking 7. Jesus. Scrapbook 6. The significance of Watanagashi. Watanagashi, a festival of hunting for sacrifices and feasting on them. While the festival itself is remarkable, it has come to be considered a form of entertainment as well. Perhaps it was because of the disparity between being both an egregious act and a form of entertainment that the perpetrators began to believe themselves transcendent. However, I found that some very interesting literature that appears to raise questions about that explanation. As with most oral traditions, it's not easily swallowed, but it does mention a few things that spark my interest. According to this literature, even the residents of the Watanagashi village felt fear towards this ritual. Well, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Women and children would grow pale and tremble at those, and those of weak constitution would vomit. But it said that the feast, the dissection, was an obligatory viewing. Sure. This is an extremely curious tale. Until now, I thought that the residents of Watanagashi were fascinated by the Watanagashi ritual. They looked down on those vulgar, barbaric humans, cut them open like fish. And by eating them, they reaffirmed their own holiness. At least that's what I thought. However, if what the villagers gained from this ritual is not fascination, but fear, then that would suggest the ritual meant something entirely different. Oh God. There's the possibility that the executions were meant as warnings, encouraging the villagers to strictly follow religious precepts, created by those with power of their own convenience. Watanagashi village has been effectively ruled over by the 3 old families called the 3 families. Without investigating the 3 families, I probably wouldn't get any close to the truth of the Watanagashi village. Let me guess, number 7, the Sonozaki family. $20. Hey, close enough. I'll take 10. The 3 families. 3 families refers to the 3 old families who effectively came to the rule Watanagashi village. To break it down, there were the Kimiyoshi family, the Furude family, and the Sonozaki family, and each of them still exists today. Oh, Kimiyoshi called me. They don't have as much control as they did in the remote past. They still hold considerable influence today. Well, I'm noticing with this, there's a tad bit more actual text issues. It's like they didn't review it as hard as they did the first one. I mean, that's not. It's a fuck ton of words. I'm not blaming them. The 3 families are considered by legend to be those in whom the blood of the swamp demons runs the thickest. The Kimiyoshi family. The Kimiyoshi family appears to have held great powers at the head of the 3 families, but it doesn't have that kind of leadership today. The current mayor of the village, Yoshichiro Kimiyoshi. I actually might have said that right. Yoshichiro? I might have said that right. Is from this family. The fact that the members of the Kimiyoshi family are elected as a mayor every generation is thought to be a remnant of the old system. Of course, as no rival candidates appear, it doesn't change the fact that the Kimiyoshi family holds the mayoral office even through popular elections in the post-war era. The Furude family. Center of the village's faith. Since ancient times, the Furude clan has guarded the sole shrine dedicated to Oyashiro-sama. They were worshipped as the only people to represent the voice of Oyashiro-sama for a long time, but the family branched off after the war and lost most of its power. It now consists of only the main house. The main house presently consists of only one daughter, Rika. so the lineage may end in this generation. Wow, that's fucked up. I mean, she can't find a guy to settle down with? She's fucking 8. There's apparently an old tradition of honoring females in the Furude family, so the only daughter, Rika, is the subject of much respect among the elderly in the village. The Sonozaki family. It's said that this family had a certain police-like role of protecting the religious precepts of Onagafuchi village. Of the 3 families, their relatively weak position can be seen from me putting them here last. Of course, today the Sonozaki family is flourishing, and the state of affairs among the 3 families is completely reversed. Even now, one could say that they are in control of Hinamizawa. The 3 families conferring with each other is similar to the old way. The current head of the Sonozaki family, Ryu, essentially decides all the goings on in the village by herself. Oh, the grandmother, Mion's grandmother, probably that. Late night phone call. Yes. Excuse me for the late call. I'm Kimiyoshi. Is this the head of the household? Yes. No, not at all. Thank you very much for that. Yes. Well, you see, I do apologize for calling at this hour. But I was wondering if our old man was visiting you at the moment. You've got that right. Yes. Once again. I'm very sorry for calling you so late. Goodbye. Click. So? No good? I'm not sure what to do. He may be passionate about it, but he's always at least gives us a call. You called everyone he plays Go with, didn't you? Hello? This is Kimiyoshi? This is Sonozaki. How did it go? Have you found the mayor? Oh, Mion-chan. I called everyone I could think of, but I came up with nothing. We couldn't find him. What do I do? Where could he be idling about? I put in a word with a bunch of people who might have had an idea, but nobody did. I asked Nana about it, and she said we should get the men of the village together to search for him. At this hour? I mean, it's not like he's definitely gone missing. You know, he's just a fucking old guy that doesn't... He could have... He's fucking probably an old senile old man. He might not be there. He could be legitimately anywhere. So obviously you want to get people out there looking for him. Watanagashi just happened. She thinks we should be a little more cautious. If we still can't find him, then we'll notify the police tomorrow morning. Whether or not we find him, though, we should refrain from making any false accusations. Oryu-san said that? Yeah. If you can't trust her without hearing her voice, then I can put her on for you. No, that's fine. I understand. We'll get the men together and search. If we still can't find him, then we'll notify the police in the morning. She'll leave it to you to organize the men. I'll be there as well as Nana's representative. Thank you. I'll get everyone together immediately. Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Good job, Mion. You're a good little granddaughter. But I think that's gonna do it. I just went through a full fucking chapter. And I'll probably go through another one tomorrow or Sunday. One fucking day. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Do whatever you want with the video. I don't care. Shove it into your friend's face and say, watch it, damn it. Make your friends subscribe. You know, spread the word around. Really helps me out. I'm glad whenever anyone subscribes. Oh my god. Really fills me with joy, happiness. Oh god, I can't describe the feeling. I'm gonna get all sappy on you guys for a minute. I don't know, it just feels like... It feels fulfilling. Whenever you make something and it feels really fucking good, you just get this really happy feeling. And good god, does it give me a happy feeling when people comment, people like the video, and people subscribe. God, it gives me such a great feeling. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and See you people next time.